What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Bill Mahari here, representing Mahari Nation Sports podcast. Much love to the entire LGBC and the entire basketball community. If you want more basketball content, excuse me. If you want more basketball content, tune into Basketball Conversations every Friday night, 9 p.m. Central Time. Is where we discuss basketball related topics, news, debates, and everything else in the world of basketball too. And for people that are new to the channel though as well, make sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon to get all the latest notifications when I start videos and live streams. We're about 69 subscribers away from the big 1K, you guys. So let's go ahead and keep on pushing for the big 1,000 before the end of the year. And I want to personally thank all the OGs of the LDBC, including 78 Sports TV, Fanon Ticket TV, Black Fight Fan TV, Junior the Truth. You know, for all them brothers out there that have been you know, putting in work and putting in, all the words out there about my channel, though, too, guys. I really heavily appreciate it. So let's get down to business here, shall we? So I was going to do this video last night, but I wanted to take some time to really think about it. And plus, I was tired too, anyway, from work. But yesterday, there was major news, coming out from the Lakers that the newly acquired player, Dennis Schroder, expects to start this year. And he basically said that he's not settling for any more, you know, bench role. He does not want to play off the bench anymore, and he's basically demanding to be a starter for the Lakers this year. Okay, now originally I was gonna say that no way that he should be demanding a starting position. All right, because he's a guy that he hasn't. Listen, let me put it like this. Yes, he was runner up to the six man a year award behind newly acquired Montrezl Harrell, right? But the thing is that I have a little bit of different mindset, just a tiny bit, okay? Just a little bit. Okay. Now I will agree on this. I do agree that you shouldn't be demanding for something that you haven't even proved your worth to be a starter, right? Now he's not a Chris Paul, and we get that, all right. But what we've seen over the last 4 seasons, okay, he's been averaging nearly 20 points per game, all right. In 2017 with Atlanta, he averaged 17 points a game. In 2018 in Atlanta, he averaged 19, close to 20 a game. When he was in OKC, sharing some time with basically sharing time with Westbrook. Okay, he was averaging 15 and a half points per game. And then last year with OKC, he averaged 18 points per game off the bench and was basically the runner up for Six Man of the Year award. Now, the big question is, does he deserve to start? Based on the statistics and based on what he's been able to, provide for the team, for his teams that he's played with, I do think that he does deserve a start. But here's where he went wrong in this case, in my view. Okay, you don't just come out to the media and say that you demand to start. All right. Yes, I get the fact that you are tired of coming off the bench and just pretty much tired of putting in working off the bench, and now you feel like you deserve to start. But you want to know? Would you want to remind me of what familiar situation that beats the drum of Terry Rozier, right? Remember when Terry Rozier had more opportunities to play after Kyrie Irving was injured, right? He had some good moments, but then pretty much after that, he was ice cold in Game 7 against the Cavaliers, right? And then after that, when he was basically relegated off to the bench, he was still giving the same production. Then when he took the big contract with the Charlotte Hornets, you saw what he was. He was not a starting point guard. He was basically a guy who's basically a sixth or seventh to eighth man in your rotation. That's all he ever was. All right. Now I'm not putting him in the class of a Dennis Schroder because Dennis Schroder is a better player overall than Terry Rozier is. But I'm just putting it in his proper and putting some proper context to what I'm talking about. Right now, I don't know who would be the better point guard in the situation. Now, if Chris Paul would have came into the Lakers, obviously he would have been the starter, and Dennis Schroeder wouldn't be running his mouth over that. But I think that, in my view, if he feels like he deserves the opportunity to start, that he basically puts in the work in to start, well, maybe give him a chance for any other team. But when you're the Lakers, listen, you're coming into a championship, you know, to a championship environment. They just came off of winning an NBA championship, right? You can't just come in here and expect that you expect to start, right? Because if it doesn't happen, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna complain about it to the media some more? Like, listen, I get the fact that you really wanted to go in there and pretty much prove that you could be a good starting point guard in this league. And he capable of it? I think so. But the issue I have is this: you came out to the media and said that, oh, I expect to start. Like, bro, if you just would have came in there, do the same work ethic, and prove to the championship veterans on the team that you deserve to start, then you know what? I wouldn't have not had a problem with this. But when you came out through your agent and told Rob Palenka that you deserve that you pretty much demand to start, that that basically I'm the starter or nothing else, like that's just a real bad vibe to me. But I'm not gonna clown him all the way like that idiot Shannon Sharp that basically would came to LeBron James at every single turn. That guy's just a damn fool. But the point is this, all right? Does his stats, give him warrant, consideration? Yes, but does he deserve it? That's a good question. In my view, no. I think that he needs to really prove during the training camp and early on the season that he deserves the opportunity to start. All right, that is my view about it. Because when you come out and say those kind of things, you're putting yourself in you're putting a bullseye on your back and putting yourself into the eyes of a lot of the critics out there that pretty much are trying to say that, hey, what is Dennis Schroder thinking about, demanding to be a starter? I don't think he's ready to be a starter. All right, so you got a lot of proving to do. You know what I'm saying? I think he could be a capable, good, point guard or two guard, whatever role that the Lakers will want to put him in. But starter, we don't know. That remains to be seen. But we'll see what happens when the season starts next month and who the Lakers are going to put in as their top point guard in the defense of their championship. And I will say, the Lakers have put in a really excellent offseason with the moves that they acquired. And now there's been speculated that Paul Gasol might come back to the Lakers once again and pair up with his brother. So, I mean, it's looking really good for the Lakers right now. And if they continue to keep putting these good moves together, they could be in the cusp of repeating as champions and possibly go for a three-peat. Well, we'll see. We'll definitely see what happens though. But that's just my 2 cents on the whole matter. You let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Peace.